Okay. Are we there? Are we streaming? What's going on? Let me fire up the old game again. How is my audio now? Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3. How is my audio? Okay, I seem to have fixed it. Yeah, you know, I'll go back and I'll just delete that VOD, that VOD. So this is interesting. I'm looking at my audio equalizer, and my audio is all over the place. So I seem to have fixed the crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, I wonder if it's my fan. Yeah, it's probably my fan. Now I also have jazz playing in the background in my room, so it's probably picking that up too. But I don't care. I don't care because I'm just gonna... What am I doing? I'm supposed to be prepping. Oh, so okay, so today it is learning how to play Potionomics. And then I'm also going to look at owncast and latency that's the thing I'm looking at. And then the last thing I'm going to look at is hyper RPG. That's the last thing I'm going to look at. And then I'm gonna look at I don't know, maybe I don't know. I'm liking these casual streams. I just hop on, you know, and I just play something. Just, I don't know, just personal time. Over my my theme streams. If that makes sense. My theme streams are like, you know, Jack Detroit plays blah blah blah, or Jack Detroit shares blah blah blah, but it's called Jack Detroit streams. You know, Julie Andrews and Mother's Day, and the games we'll play are all about moms and or love or something blah 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 blah. Anyway, I am noticing there is a little delay in my lab, and I thought I had fixed that. Hold on, and why is... Well, Steam is not opening for me. Okay. I don't know what's going on with that. Steam is not. So hold on. Maybe go to my task monitor. Okay. It's not an active process. That's so weird. Technology, man. I hate technology. Why do we need computers, right? Let's just get rid of computers. My job would be much more difficult. My daily life would be a lot more boring. I mean, it's already boring. But I would have to find something else to keep me wasting time. And that's what the internet is. Just a huge waste of time. Why can I not? This is so funny. You like my background, Jazz? Yeah. Unlucky day. I know, right? What is it? I think I got it fixed now. So what I did is I turned off my Microsoft runtime. And then I'm going to see if restarting Steam will kickstart the Microsoft runtime environment again. There you go. There you go. There you go. And the game should just pop up right now. Hello, game. Game, hello? Hello, game. Game. Game, why are you being so weird? Game. Oh. It wasn't being weird. I was being weird. I was being weird. Also, how is my audio level? I know I'm not crunchy anymore, but how is my audio level? I have on advice from people. I raised my microphone volume, we call that the gain, to the max on OBS. And I have my microphone literally under my chin. If I dip my chin, I'm gonna hit the pop filter. Yeah, it's enough for you. So the reason why I don't, it's not about like or don't like, but the reason why I didn't do it this way before is because on OBS, when you have the microphone volume at a very high level, it doesn't pick up everything on the microphone. It uses the most power of the microphone, but the microphone has limits. It's not perfect. I mean, it's not going to grab all of the noise that is in my room. It's going to pick up my volume, my voice right in front of it, and then a little bit more of other noise and a little bit more of other noise in the background, a little bit more of noise in the background, just quieter, 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 quieter. So you'll still hear stuff, but it's sort of like this strange white noise around my voice. But if I lower the gain, the way that I had it before, you just get my voice and you get the right quality of the voice, my voice that I want you to have. But you're not getting that. So what I get in my voice, in my headphones, in my studio monitors, we call these monitors, these are special headphones that are designed for hearing voice. I sound great, but when I turn over to the YouTube channel on the browser and I open it up, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. It's like my voice is covered in a blanket. I see, there's no white noise. Oh, okay, all right. Well, hey, if you like it, and you're able to hear me and hear me talk about nonsense and not important things, and clearly, then that's great. That's fine. So why am I streaming this game? Well, I'm just streaming this. This is just homework. This is not a real stream. This is just, I'm just doing homework. I'm not chatting in a way to teach about some specific thing, like a topic or a theme or some interesting information I learned, or trivia. I don't know. I'm not even trying to be careful how fast I speak. I'm not talking teacher speed. I think this is just my natural voice. Although I've been teaching all morning, so I kind of think my voice is stuck in that slow teacher thing. I get that at work when I go to my shop. I have to remember to kind of pick it up, but I forget sometimes. So everyone at work thinks I'm not very smart. I'm not a very smart person because I speak very slowly. I sometimes ask for clarification, and most people just go, I know what that is. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Can you tell me a little more? Hold on. I'm going to drink some dirty chai. I also move very slowly. You know, if I'll get used to that speed. You'll get used to it. Thanks. Yeah, you should. And honestly, I've been trying to speak natural speed with you and Nestle. I've been trying, but I forget, or I get lazy, or I'm tired, because when I teach you two, it is either my first lesson of the morning or my last lesson of the morning. Both of which are a different tired. The first lesson, I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee, and if it's the last lesson, like you're getting the best of me, but I'm getting a little tired. So, oh well. But it's sort of funny, like I think I had Nestle, or did I teach you? Or I taught somebody, and it was unusual schedule time. It was later in the day for me, and it was my day off from my other jobs. It was just my, I just was teaching. And I went online Cambly, like late afternoon for me. So I was, ready to go, and it's just much more English. You two are lazy? I don't know. You guys work hard. I think you do. And you're good students. Anyway, so the agenda is I'm going to learn how to play this game, and then I'm going to do some more homework. So let's play the new game. Because I need to learn how to play this game. Stockpile health and mana pushes to better support your heroes. Oh, cool. So the reason why we're playing this game, or doing the homework on this game, is because this is going to be the first game I stream for Pride Month. And no, this is not the official stream for this game. Later this week, and I think Thursday is the day. I'll have to double check my calendar. But I think it is. Thursday is that day. I love how the clock on my channel, at the very bottom, like if you look at the very, 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 very bottom of the windows of my windows on my stream, if you look at the clock, it's the exact same time as my time. So I didn't realize it was an active script, but it looks like it is. So yeah, it is 11:30 a.m. my time. Anyway, what was my point? Did I have a point? I don't know. I don't know if I had a point. What is this? Yeah, you're the tester. You are my lab animal lab pet. You're my beta tester. My beta tester. All right, my dearest Sylvia. Okay, so there's no voice. And is there no voice in this game? I thought that there was. In the demo, there was a not the demo, but like the video that demo this game. It did. Charming island that I'll build my potion shop, fulfilling Rafta. So the place is called Rafta. Fulfilling my lifeline. I hope that one day you'll be able to see it. I'm among the very first to set foot on the island since Maven the Witch Queen fell in battle. Her unsanctioned experiments made this a land like no other. Who knows what riches await me. Love to your mother. Tell your father he still owes me money. Your uncle Oswald. Dearest niece, thank you for sending me your potion. Sadly, I must have spoiled in transit. Unless you meant for it to taste like old cabbage. Anyway, keep at it. It warms my heart to think that you might follow in your old uncle's footsteps. That's what I say. I'm the old uncle. I'm an old uncle too. I'm super old, but I'm also super uncle. I'm the best uncle. After months of paperwork and months of construction, my potion shop is finally a reality. We open our doors tomorrow. Wish me luck. Although, what could go wrong? Sincerely, Uncle Oswald. Nice. I love the selfie from Uncle Oswald. It's a really bad selfie from Uncle Oswald, and he's just showing his shop. So if you're ruining it, that means I'm dead, which isn't great. What? Murder the pain, it means I've died without an error. Employers are, don't let this be the end of my shot, my dream. Come to Raftra, accept your inheritance, and show this town what our family is capable of achieving. You can do it. Dearly departed Oswald. Is this Korean? I wonder if this is Korean. Like, it looks like Hangul. But, hold on. It looks like Hangul, which is the Korean script. However, the signature is not in kanji. Although, by and large, scripts, like, someone needs to correct me on this, but, you know, like, my Korean students will sign their names in Hangul, but, like, on government documents and official documents, like driver's license, they will write it in Chinese characters, because the Chinese characters is the main written language for Asia is Chinese characters, not necessarily Chinese. It's just the writing though is tends to be all over. So let me do a little homework here. Let me do a little homework here and find out. Hold on, I'm repeating myself. Why am I repeating myself? Oh, this is, oh my god. I thought is by Xseed, and Xseed is an American company. I think. I could be wrong. Hold on, I need to Voracious Games. Voracious Games. Voracious Games is an independent game development studio based in Seattle, Washington. And Xseed Games. Is based out of California. So, not Hangul. It's some made-up language. Please accept our firm's condolences for the recent loss of your relation, Oswald. Per the terms of Oswald's will, you are the lawful recipient of his property on the island of Rafta. However, given the island's remote location and unusual history, this is adorable. So I'm curious. I love the game animations and the artwork already. I'm in love with this game. I'm in love with this game already. I have a feeling it's going to be dialogue heavy, but there's no voice. There's no. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading aloud when I do the stream. Another thing that I realize is this game is not very heavy on my computer processes, my processes. It seems to be okay. I'm still running at 50% on 60 frames per second, but I have the settings on this game set really low, like really low. So I'm wondering if that's the case. But this could still work. I can make this work. I just need to air it out a bit and chase off that bird I saw in the rafters. Good thing I've got a broom. Ha ha. Mysterious witch. Excuse me for the intrusion. What? I wasn't expecting to have the opportunity to act on Oswald's will so soon. Wait, what? I'm Helene and you're Sylvia, right? Okay, so having known names I think maybe is a little bit easier. We've got some business to discuss. But first, I should offer my condolences on the loss of your uncle. Thanks, but I didn't really know him that well. All the same, it's a pity, particularly since he left behind such a substantial debt. Aha! As his designated heir, responsibility for that bet now falls to you. What, really? I don't know that's how it worked. But I guess that's fine. I'll be making money now that I've got the shop. Excellent. Would you like to pay the full balance of 1 billion gold now? What? I take it you prefer to set up a pay, but that's so much. You could build 5 shops with that much gold. What in the world did I supposed to do with all of it? Mismanaged it, to judge by appearances. I have his contract right here if you'd like to take a look it over. Yeah, I think I will. That fine print is very fine. Sylvia is the named character's name. So this is what I can gather is uh-oh. My OBS just crashed. Am I still streaming? Are you anybody still out there? Can anybody still see this? Let me look at my browser. There's a little bit of delay, so it's playing where I left off. Everything is okay. Okay, I restarted OBS and now I'm streaming again. Is there like any sort of break? Hold on, let me wait. Just give me a second. Not a good look. I'm glad I'm doing this casual stream, testing things, seeing if things break. Yeah, it's still going. There doesn't seem to be like any delay. That's so weird. How is that possible? How can I be streaming in between when my OBS, which allows me to stream, stopped? Computers are awful. Technology is terrible. Anyway. What did you just do? I've invoked a soul binding. Rights and obligations on you make your payments on time and the shop is yours. Fallen, however, you forfeit the property. And will be legally obligated to work for us until the time redeem debt is repaid. Oh no, so indentured servitude. Bad. I'm confident you have everything you need to succeed. In fact, here. I'll get you started. Sell me this old potion so I can be your first patron. So now we are learning how to play this game. Helene, a stoic attorney, patience 11. Attempt, fail, blender. I don't... I want to attempt. How do I do that? It's pretty good, probably. I like, you'll think I like, wait, no. Customer's turn. The stress is getting to me. Oh, man. I'm gonna panic. Oh, it's going directly to end the turn. I'm too stressed. This is so adorable. So something I noticed is my cursor in the game doesn't work. Anyway, I'm too stressed to function. Well, I trust you'll get the hang of it. You have a full 10 days before your first payment is due. Wait, what? 10 days? So I've been looking into medical loans. It's like car loan or house loan, business loan. We have medical loans. Unfortunately, in America, we need them because medical expense, the cost of medicine is so expensive. So we need it. So I was looking at medical loans, and one company had a no interest loan plan, but you have to pay a certain amount every month, and I think it's like for 3 years or 4 years or something. She should be personnel with salary. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So with the medical loan, the one loan plan, you have to pay every single month, but you can't miss any of the payments. But it's interest free. But if you miss one payment, you have to pay the full amount remaining. And interest from when you started the loan, not from when you don't make the payment, but they calculate interest from the first day. The idea is you don't have to pay the interest until you're late. Then when you're late, you have to pay interest from way back when they first started, and the rest of whatever money you owe for the rest of the amount. Like right away. Yeah, right there. So if I'm good and I make my payments for 6 months and then on month 7 I'm late, they'll say, nope, you have to, but at the end of the month you have to give us all the money and the interest for the last 6 months. And I'm like, that's terrible. I just love this animation. What am I gonna do? My hip talking owl. We call this structured debt. Oh my god. It's the worst. I mean, hoot hoot. I heard that. You can talk. Well, of course I can talk. Must be new here. This is a rafter where the strangers commonplace and the birds are chatty. What are properties laws like in Rafter? Because I'm pretty sure you're trespassing. I live here, actually. If you call it living, eating scraps, hiding in the shadows. You live here in the shop? I didn't know a Goswood had a pet. Oh, did he never mention me? How strange. Perhaps he was just embarrassed to admit how integral I was to this shop. Yeah, that's it. And the whole brain. My name is Owl. Owl, really? I guess Uncle Oswald was our first idea, best idea kind of guy. Anyway, Owl. No meaning up, but I'm getting on the first boat out of here. No, you don't want to do that. So what happened? That Lurie Soul Bunny means she'll be able to track you to the ends of the globe. Miss a single payment and you'll find yourself toiling away for untold years, chained to a cubicle until you've worked off your debt. There's no way I can make enough by selling potions. Maybe not through the traditional route, but you've arrived at a fortuitous time. There are 5 competitions taking place over the next 50 days. A series of contests! Blah, 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 blah. So the initial prize money, the lowest prize money is enough to pay the debt, but if you win the absolute prize, you get total prize. Probably. I mean, it's really your only hope. I love it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through. I'm not really playing the game. I'm just just trying to learn how the mechanics of the game. I'll actually play the actual game when I stream it, but I'm just doing. Okay, a potion a day keeps the healer away. A new study has highlighted the benefits of daily health potion use in shoring up the body's increased value for health potions. Alright. I see you clean up the place a bit. Nicely done. Now the real work can begin. We need to craft some potions. Yes. Okay, let's do that. This is the cauldron, right? Isn't it? How do I move? Let me go to settings here. So the cauldron's right here. Obviously, this part of the game I need to learn how to just simply move. You know? Let me click on brew. While haggling. Wait, what just happened? So the animations here on this are super fast. You'll got a handful of ingredients. You'll be able to make do with those for now. I assume you know your way around a cauldron. You went to school for this after all. I learned how to pretty much any animation you can make of. There's just one problem. I'm not fully licensed yet. What? Don't blame me. Regulations are intense. I have to prove I can handle the basic stuff before they let me brew more advanced stuff. See, I got the first step when I graduated. To get the next one, I have to put in a lot of hours at the cauldron. Well, you'll certainly get your hours. Starting now, in fact. Cool, right. Ah, ratios. Okay. Okay, red-green measurements. So just finding red-green. Okay, so just grab one. Grab another. The results. Balance of measurements is perfect. Pushing contains 2 additional stars on the completion with a chance of gaining a bonus star. Then I'm just gonna brew it. Or maybe add more? Or just add another one? Let's get the lid on and set to brew. So is that it? It says hit return, so I'm going to return. Good trades increase a person's price by 5%. Bad trades do the opposite. Okay. Alright. Your push should be ready in the afternoon. In the meantime, I have some old ones in our inventory. Let's go ahead and arrange them on the shelves. So let's arrange the potions. Alright, let's put it here. Oh, so it is location specific. Alright, cool. The shelf on which you put a potion will have an effect on the potion's value. These shelves are underwhelming, but we can invest in some better ones later. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So this is what my inventory looks like. Let's sell some potions. And I'm going to open the shop, and that will be the end of the game. Because I think I have the basic fundamentals of mixing the potions. We'll see. Okay, I hope the buzz goes better. It has to. Just keep the basics in mind and you'll be fine. Haggling, the art of conversing with customers. Okay. Raising interest. Peppy, commenter, I used to buy from you. I see talent runs in the family. Let's look pretty great if the price is right. That one's a winner. Now that I can reel them in. Let's try that. So I wonder if the game is going to coach me. How do I know? What is this? What does this mean? Complain. Customer is going to increase Sylvia's stress. Oh, but it was a 9 before. Let's see what the customer has to say. Oh, intern. Okay. I thought that would be super cheap, but I don't know about that. All right, let's close it out. Let's try that. I think that's it. Take care. I ran into a hero who had the nicest things to say about this shop. I can feel the magic coming off of this one. Ah. Let's brace I'm gonna brace myself. Ah, it went up one. It went up one. I'm warming up to it, so let's see what they say. You're the best. You bought it. Nice. Cool. Alright, and that is going to be the end. So I'm gonna... How do I get out of this? Hold on. I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna quit the game. And I'm not really worried about updates. I want to make sure I updated because I didn't want to have to redo the settings all over again. But it seems like my computer is not overheating when I stream and play the game at the same time. So far, so good. All right, let's turn this off. Oh, hey, my browser just updated. This is not working out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go. Cast. All right. I like this. Hey, you invested in this. You invested. It's because of you that I can do casual streams like this. And also why I have Potionomics. Actually, at the beginning of the stream, I talked about you. I didn't say your name. I didn't say your name or anything, but I talked about you. Yeah. Okay. So Owncast needs S3 storage. So if nobody knows what that is, what that means. What does that mean, storage? Well, storage is basically web hosting. That's really what it is. And S3 is both the sort of standard, like the guidelines for an online platform, and the name of a service. It's the same thing. The company that provides the service came up with the hosting standard called S3. So AWS, Amazon, right? So Owncast requires cloud object storage. So anything that is an object storage, which pretty much any web hosting is it. The catch is S3. So I can host this anywhere I want. I could even host it on my computer here right now. But it is eventually going to, when I start streaming, the data is eventually going to go to Amazon's backbone. right? For it to work, like it can go anywhere. I could use any web host, but if it's not S3, if it doesn't support S3, it's just not going to work, because that's what Owncast, the software, uses. That's standard. But pretty much any web host will work, because if it doesn't provide S3 object storage, most web host providers will have something called a pointer. It's a script that will take your website, basically, just your website, and it will just say, hey, we're going to point your website at Amazon, so it sees Amazon and Amazon sees it, and they can talk to each other. It's just like a scripting thing, and most web providers have a thing, hey, if you're trying to do this, just copy the script and put it here, blah 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 blah. But if you don't know what that is and you don't know how to do it, Owncast has a okay list of object storage providers. And the number one that they have, of course, is AWS, because they're the ones who came up with the standard and they're the ones who offer it anyway, blah, 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 blah. I'm also looking at Hostin, and A2 web host, A2 hosting. So those two, I like A2 hosting because it's in America, which means it's closest to my physical streaming location. It's the closest. So if I'm streaming and the platform I use for streaming is between my computer and the nearest hosted server on A2 hosting, right? If they're in America, there's a pretty good chance that they have a node on the West Coast. I'm pretty sure they do actually have a node on the West Coast, so like very close to me. So delay, like how much of a delay would there be between this computer and the node? Probably not very much. Hostin is in Europe, which is not a big delay. It's not a big delay. And it is in Eastern Europe. But it is in Eastern Europe. So that's literally the other side of the planet for me. It's literally on the other side of the earth. Like I couldn't think of any there's no further place for me to have a host. But do they have a node in America? Maybe they might have a node. So the servers could be in Eastern Europe, and that's fine. But if they have a node, like a server in the US, that's okay. But they don't say that they do or they don't. It doesn't say if they do. Okay, so let's say they don't. Let's say they don't. Let's say that they do have. I would be streaming to Europe. Okay, that may not be a problem. So what would be the delay between my computer and their nearest server? What would be the delay? If it's like, 50 milliseconds or 100 milliseconds, that translates to about, 100 milliseconds is about 2 seconds on any streaming platform. So when you're looking at this, yeah, there's going to be a delay. Of course, there's always going to be a delay. So, for example, I am on the best possible streaming arrangement right now. Where I am, there is a node about a mile from me. But there's still like an 8-second delay or 7 or 8 second delay between what I'm talking right now and what you see. And 7 or 8 seconds is not great. Twitch does better. Glimish is better. Where's the target audience located? It's my viewing audience is okay. So my teaching, most of my students are in Asia, but according to YouTube, most of the views on my videos are North America, with a few in Europe, and almost nobody in Asia. So none of my Asian students watch my YouTube channels. But yeah, I mean, again, for video, for like if I post videos, that doesn't matter. It's only for live streams, and it only matters to me if I'm going to use Owncast. And if it's, let's say, 8 seconds or less, that's fine. I can live with that. 8 seconds or less, I can find that. So the idea is to try. Yeah, so if they're watching YouTube, they're going to use a European server, but that doesn't affect me, because when I'm streaming, my upload goes to a server that is a mile away from me. I mean, I've had closer, but that's pretty close. I mean, that's a pretty good place to have. But that's different. That's different than, say, if my nearest server, if it's in Eastern Europe, that's totally different. And if you're watching a YouTube video, your nearest node is going to influence how much delay there is when you're watching a video, right? I mean, obviously. But that has nothing to do with me, because I already put the video. I'm done with the video. It's already up there, and now it's up to the audience, my viewers. So if my viewers, if their YouTube connection is too far away, there's going to be delay. But if it's close, then there's not going to be much of a delay. But that doesn't affect me. It only affects me if I'm streaming and I have a delay. And if I have a delay, my viewers are going to see it. So if I can, so there's two places where there's a stream delay. Right? I don't know, why am I doing it this way? Hold on 1 second. How's this? All right, cool. All right, so if there is, so when you're streaming, not for videos, not for YouTube videos, but for streaming, there's two places you don't want delay. You don't want delay here, which is me, and you don't want delay with the audience where they're watching the video. If my internet is really, really slow, this audience is going to see it, and they're going to get impatient and they're not going to stay. If their delay is really slow, the same thing's going to happen. So what a streamer wants to do is reduce the delay as much as possible on both ends. But I can't control the audience delay. I can't control it, except by choosing servers that are near my audience. So if most of my audience is in Europe, I want servers in Europe because it's closer. It's this part. but I still have that delay. I will have a delay and the audience will still see it. But if there is a node near me, I have reduced the delay. So I could have a European host for Owncast. I can. And actually that's probably better if my audience is in Europe. If there is a node closer to me, if the nearest node is still in Europe, I'm gonna get a delay. But here's the thing. How much delay? Like maybe a little delay is okay, considering I get rid of the streams after a week or two anyway. I stream and then I edit the streams into videos, and then I upload the videos, and that's where they stay. The streams don't. So maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's not. Like I said, if it's a few seconds, that's probably okay. If it's like 20 seconds, nobody wants to watch that. Think of it this way. Let's say I'm playing a game and I ask you a question, and then it takes 20 seconds for my audience to see the question and then respond. But in that 20 seconds, I've moved on. I'm playing more of a game, or I'm responding to someone in chat or something like that. 20 seconds is a long time. And then if someone in chat answers my question, they heard my question, and now they want to respond. But there's a 20-second delay. They still see stuff is happening, and they're like, okay, well, I'll answer the question in chat, right? Then there's another 20-second delay coming back. So let's say I'm streaming, I ask a question, and I'm playing some more, or I'm talking to chat, and then eventually someone answers my question. About a minute has already gone by. There's already a minute, and I've already moved on. I've forgotten my question, or the question the question and the answer, that conversation is not relevant anymore. So delay's not good. But if it's like a 10-second delay, and 10 seconds is a lot, but I think I can work with that. But obviously less than 10 seconds is better. I don't know. So we'll see. 30-second delay for control the stream. Yes. So Twitch streamers will do something called follow only subscriber only chat, and that limits how many people can write. And that's important for really big streamers, like really big streamers with thousands of viewers. That makes it easier for them to actually follow the chat. And then they will put a 30-second delay. Yeah, a 30-second delay, and that's to slow it even further. And that's for big streamers and or ESL streamers, like esports streamers. That's to control so that moderators can be more active and give them a little space to moderate and control the stream, right? I don't really need that. I think if I have delay, it's just going to be a natural event. It's just going to happen, right? They're just going to be a delay. So the idea is maybe just try it. Just try it. Just get the cheapest plan I can, and just do really short, low bitrate streams and see how that works, and then rate, or or not improve, but like add a little more bit rate, add a little more bit rate, add a little more bit rate, and see what happens to the delay. If there's much of if there's any kind of delay, like what kind of delay, that kind of thing. But also at the same time, I could be talking nonsense. This could be nonsense. That's not important if the providers I'm researching have a node that's close to me. So everything I just said could be meaningless, pointless. Why am I even speculating? Because I just don't even, I don't know, because the websites like A2 Hosting clearly has, I'm looking at this list, it clearly has servers in the West Coast. It says West Coast. Hosting doesn't say anything about that. But I want to give them a try because they were recommended. They're cheap. I don't know. I want to try it. Just try for like a couple or 3 months. It's like $5 to try. $5 as an experiment. Just as an experiment, $5. So let's try for 3 months. $15. Sure. I'll just pick up an extra shift at work, and that'll be it. We won't know until we try. Yeah, exactly. And I think what I'll do, well, I still want to research hosting because it's a very pretty website, but it doesn't have a lot of information though. It's very pretty, lots of words. The English is very good. The English on this website is very good. And I wonder, it actually doesn't give me the choice to change languages, which I think is interesting. I just don't see it. Anyway, the point is, maybe on their website, the English website is very pretty and the English is good, but not a lot of information. But in their native language, maybe they have lots and lots and lots of information in their native language. So maybe because I sometimes I see that, I used to live in Asia, and I'd go to like a Japanese website, and the Japanese website was full of tabs and navigation bar and all sorts of information I couldn't read because I don't read Japanese. But their English website, the English language website, was no navigation bar, 2 navigation buttons, and lots of words in English, but no information. Nothing useful to me. So I wonder if that's the case here with hosting. Yeah, I don't know. So I found another provider that the system includes Owncast. Oh, it includes Owncast? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Maybe we should go with that one. But either way, I mean, it's cheap to try. And if it works, we'll just like push it a little more, and then if it's starting to need a little more money, then I'll put a little more money into it. So I think it's okay just to give it a try. And if it doesn't work, here's the thing: if it doesn't work, if it's terrible, we'll know quickly, and we'll pay for a month and that'll give us a month to try to figure solutions out or look for better options. It's as easy as that. So there you go. It's a very low risk experiment. You know, start small steps. All right, so that is enough. I'm gonna stream for like 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes because I gotta go to work. I have another job. So 2 more minutes. That takes care of S3 and Owncast. So the next thing I want to look into very quickly, just very short. Why is this not working? Okay, wiki hyper RPG. There you go. There you go. Okay. Let me go back to this. Let me open a window. Oh yeah, you gotta code it too, right? That's true. You gotta do work. Yeah. Yeah. So this week, later this week, I'll get paid. I'll get paid, and then I'll go ahead and just buy an account. So Vigar, go to Hostin, unless you remember the other provider and you think that's a better one. But if you don't, go to Hostin and find the plan, the simplest plan that you know you can work with, that you can put that on, and then let me know what it is, and then I'll pay for it, and I'll send you all the details. But I want to show this for 2 minutes. Hold on. Why won't it let me do this? Hold on. I thought I could. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hyper RPG. Let me make this easier for everybody involved. This is gross. This is so gross. All right, here we go. There you go. Much prettier. There, much prettier. So a lot of this information is completely wrong. Completely wrong. Wow. Okay. So Hyper RPG, I'm just going to read this. Hyper RPG is a company that provides general event hosting and produces interactive, community-driven live stream content on Twitch with additional offline production on YouTube. The channel features pen and paper RPGs, video game streaming, innovative tabletop, blah, 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 reaction talk shows, kind of comedy sketches. So, yeah, this is correct, but also not correct. History, founded in 2016. So here's the thing. The website Hyper RPG as a business, as a legal business entity, sure, I can believe that some people filed the business documents in 2016. I can believe that. But Hyper RPG existed before 2016. I know because I watched it. Hyper RPG used to be one of the shows among 2 shows. There were 2 shows, and Hyper RPG streamed Power Rangers. And the other show was a kind of Dungeons and Dragons tabletop role play. Before that was popular, before like Critical Role and all the D&D games and whatever, before anybody knew anything about that, Death from Above did it in the very early days. But nobody watched Death from Above, and nobody watched Hyper RPG. It was on Twitch and Mixer, yeah, before 2016. I know because I watched it. And I love Power Rangers, yeah. And then there's a whole backstory involving Zach Eubank. And I'm not going to get into it, but Zach Eubank was a producer on another Twitch channel that was doing a similar thing as Death from Above. But Zach Eubank quit and went to Seattle to work with Death from Above, and the people behind Death from Above gave him Hyper RPG. Well, Zach Eubank just went completely crazy with Hyper RPG. He had so many plans, and he had his own specific way how he wanted to produce Hyper RPG. And what happened was, when he went up to Seattle and started working on it, he didn't get fired, but they kind of broke up. The founders of Death from Above and Zach kind of broke up, and part of the deal was they let him take Hyper RPG. I don't know what that conversation was. I really don't know what happened, but the people who started Hyper RPG decided to give him the brand to let him do whatever they wanted to do. And so he moved from Seattle. So he had already lived in Los Angeles, Hollywood, but he moved to Seattle to work on Hyper RPG. And then he got Hyper RPG and moved back to Los Angeles. And then he hired his brother, his wife, and a friend from their last company. So the four of them worked together, and there were other people too, and officially made Hyper RPG its own Twitch and YouTube channel with its own content. Well, very badly run business. The company got in a lot of tax trouble and license trouble, and Zach Eubank got in a lot of legal trouble. But so it looks like there was some change within the company. Yeah, they did something interesting to, and this is a terrible website. That doesn't tell me anything. I'm gonna get rid of it. Jeez, what a waste. Anyway, there we go. All right, well, that was the stream. I wanted to talk a little bit about Hyper RPG just for a little bit because it started out as one creator's dream to have a channel, all sorts of just fun nerd content all day long, every single day. But if you get greedy, that ruins things. Or if you have a bigger ego than needed, then that's just going to ruin things, and this is just a sad story of what happened to Hyper RPG. But it looks like they managed to turn themselves around, because I don't know what they did, but it's a different channel now, and it looks better. They don't do a lot of streaming anymore. They used to do streams all day long, but now they only do a few hours a week, and then they post to their YouTube channel. So what do they do with the rest of that time? Well, it looks like the real money they make is video production for companies. It looks like. So they have this streaming studio, they have streaming equipment, lots of video equipment, but they need to make money. So HyperRPG really is a video production company, a studio for hire. And in their free time, they do live streams. Whereas before, that's all they did is live streams. They did live streams before. But they need to make money, so now they're just another video company in Los Angeles, and there are millions of these. And that's too bad. That's too bad. All right, well, good for them. I hope they are happy. I am going to go to work, so I guess that's goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.